You gonna climb up on my shoulder? She goes, no, I already am. I had to restart. Period. It's a new stream. Period. That's nice. Out of it. There we go. Nope. That's not it either. Hello. Yeah, we're back. I have no idea what happened. I could blame it on Sugar, but she wasn't anywhere near it. And neither was Jasmine, and neither was Peaches, or Cause, or Salamander. So with night frights, the main thing is to have a small night cage, and they like that anyway, to have a small night cage for them. Limit the number of toys in it because you don't want them getting tangled or banging into anything. And food and water is fine, but just make it so that when they fall, they don't get hurt, because they will fall. It's sort of like you're in the tree and you think there's a snake in the middle of the dark. You can't see anything, so you just drop. And then they thrash around. So not helpful to be blind in the dark, is it? Hi, Angel's Life. Well, I actually don't care about the Lacey bill, and the reason is there's actually a treaty that deals with the sites treaty to the protecting endangered life, and the main people who are promoting this getting rid of the Lacey Act are the ones who want to ship birds in cargo holds to make money all over the country, and they won't be able to do it. So the American Federation of Aviculturalists, the breeders, are the ones who are behind this push. So it doesn't matter anyway, because the treaties have the effect of law, and the Sites Commission is going to set the rules here. So we're not going to be able to transport birds across borders. And you can get exceptions to that, and it might be much easier for a sanctuary or a rescue to do that. But the breeders won't be able to, and that's the main reason they were fighting for it. Unfortunately, they're really good at propaganda, so. And if you want me to say that I don't like the AFA, I will say it. I do not like those people. I've met a few of those people, and I have no use for them. They just want to make money off these poor guys. Yeah, and some of my friends just, were fighting to get that act out of there, to get rid of the Lacey Act. And I was just going, you know what? I know those people at the AFA, and I know what they want it for. They want to be able to sell things across the country, and they can't do it with that in effect. So But it's going to happen anyway. Again, there is a treaty, and it's going to eventually change the way things are. There already are some birds that can't cross. I don't have a list, but there's already some that can't. If they're on the major endangered list, you can't take them from state to state anyway. So. Yeah, what's funny about that whole drive to try to get rid of that act, it was the main thing on the breeders' web page. You know, basically the breeders of the United States. Main thing on their front page. When you went there, you saw this whole thing about, and because they want to sell. And how many actual sanctuaries send a bird across a border? Pretty few. So that whole thing was a lie, but they're good at that. I think the people from the AFA are just liars, and all they're concerned about is making money. So. What are you doing down there, Cause? We'll go about an extra 10 minutes because we lost that with the disconnection. What? Sugar, you say you don't want to go an extra 10 minutes? Oh, she's in her Valkyrie look, like from Richard Wagner's The Ring des Nibelungen. She gets those wings on her head going out. Yeah, don't ya? Don't ya? That's how she greets me every morning with those out. She doesn't usually do this during the day. Just usually get those out. But in the morning, she has them all flared out to the side. Don't you? Yeah, the morning routine, giving her medicine is, it's a trial because you have to make sure she gets it or she'll hurt herself. And she can spit it out. She can drop it from the top of her beak down to the lower section of her beak and then shake her head when you're not looking. There's all kinds of things she do. So what I do is I give her the medicine with her head tilted back and immediately give her some peanut butter on a craft stick and then try to keep her head up while she's eating it to make sure the medicine goes down. And if anything goes wrong, I just double the dose. Because she doesn't get a minimum. She has a certain level. If she goes below that, she's going to be a bloody mess. So, right? Right, baby? Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you secrets. Is that what you're telling me? Don't tell my secrets. Don't tell my secrets. Cutie pie. Cutie pie. Yeah, the last time she got, I was trying, usually what I do with all of them is I try to lower the dose as much as I can, the ones that are feather destructive. And I got her down about 5 points from where she had been, and the next thing you know, boom, off to the vet, an hour under anesthesia trying to heal up all the things she damaged. So. And then she hurt herself on the shoulder. That's all healed now. But it took almost a month to heal it up. So their skin is quite thin. We have 7 layers. They have 3. And in some areas, there's only 3 layers of cells. So, and that's one of the areas that they catch is what we would call the shoulder. It's the joint between the secondary and the primary feathers. And that area right across that bone is thin, and that's what she got. I know. So she developed a scab, and she managed to pull that off, and then I had to deal with that wound, and that happened a couple of times, so. Yeah, Susie Q, the flying foxes, those big bats, the Megachiroptera, they don't use sonar. They have, if you blindfold them, they will actually fly backwards and kick their legs out because they use sight almost exclusively. It's the smaller bats, the Microchiroptera that use radar, but they still use sight. If you take like a small brown bat and you put a blindfold over it, yes, they've done that. And you take them outside of a 20-mile-an-hour radius, a 20-mile radius, that's it. They can't find their way home. But you can take them 30 miles out if you take the blindfold off, and they can go back home. So they do use sight, but only for things like location in the physical universe, as opposed to catching bugs and all that. So yeah, me too. Yeah, there are some cockatoos that are suffering from encroachment down there. Human beings just keep taking over more and more areas. But there's people down there fighting for them too, so we just have to help them in their fight. And it didn't help that they had those huge fires. Um, I mean, the whole climate change thing. I mean, people say, well, they don't believe in it. Well, I've got a clip of video showing a fire tornado that was 11 miles from us here. And you tell me that California has ever had in San Diego area a fire tornado before? They haven't. And then this area used to be a steppe region, about 12 to 14 inches of rain a year. It's a desert now. They say, oh, we're in a drought. I don't think so. I think we've changed to a desert. Because when I walk outside, I see tumbleweeds. And I've never seen tumbleweeds here before, so. So, I don't know. But those fires they had down there were horrible. They estimate about 1 billion animals died in those fires. We lost 4 million acres here last year, so. Didn't we, Peach? And we had to be evacuated twice out of the area, so. Yeah, the black cockatoos. That's right, Casey. Just looking at the chat. Yeah, we've got someone on the board who's in Australia, and it must be nice. It's nice. He can go outside, and they'll be sitting outside on his fence. So, yeah, he's quiet now. He knows he's not coming out till later. He still tries, though. He comes out with the guys, and 3 guys, 1 girl, and out here we have, all girls except for 1 boy. So. Yeah, he does not like being out here with Cecil or Snowball, so, or Bob, because all of them bother him, don't they? Don't they, big boy? Do they bother that big boy? Do they bother that big boy? Am I disturbing you? You were looking outside. You were looking outside. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Those big, beautiful eyes. Yes. And this guy has a twisted pelvis, so I took him into Dr. Jenkins and I wanted x-rays, and he came back with, he ordered a set of x-rays. He came back with 8. He only charged me for 1. He'd never seen any bird that could survive a 90-degree twist in a pelvis, but he has a 90-degree twist on the right side. I could show you that if we could afford to have, you know, the bells and whistles you can get with a third-party app that can do that kind of thing. But you can't not afford these things, you see. Right? Right. Well, folks, I've got our volunteers here need to get to sleep. They happen to be in Europe or in the United Kingdom, so I'll try to catch that if I can. Sugarbird, oh, jazzbird, 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 jazzbird. Jazzbird, jazzbird. Hi, Jazz. Oh, I know, Sugar. You don't like me talking to Jazz. Yeah, she has a pretty amazing display, doesn't she? Here she comes. Hi, Jazz. Hello, Jazz. You want down? Okay, come on. Thank you, Eleanor, and thank you, Anne, for your assistance. And we're going to head out now. And thank everybody for being here. Susie Q and Kaisei, and I'm really good at forgetting names. That's something they could add so you could see all the different people without having to scroll through. But Doris Bove. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks, Angel's Life. Everybody have a good one. We're out of here.